In my first year of marriage, I wanted out. It wasn't something I was publicly sharing, but I was struggling. Maybe you've struggled early on in your marriage, or maybe you're going through that difficulty right now. Don't you wish there was a marriage manual that said, okay, you've had a fight but don't know how to recover? Flip through it to see how. Well, in this video, I'm going to attempt to give you our 15 best tips that we've learned from being married the last 15 years. I want to give a special mention to the wild and crazy Trevor Jones. Thank you for subscribing to our channel, and thank you for all your humorous replies. If you're a realtor and want to learn how to make great videos to promote your business, get to know Trevor. If you want to be featured next time, subscribe, leave a thoughtful comment below with the hashtag #IamForYou, Intentional Marriages for You. I read every single one of them, and hopefully you'll be the one featured next time. Okay, let's dive into these 15 tips, and I'm going to go quickly, so if there's one that you're like, wait, I need to know more about that, be sure to put it in the comment and I'll do another video just on that topic. Okay, number 1, family of origin impact. Today you are acting, either you're normalizing your family of origin behavior or you are acting quite the opposite. Know what kind of behavior you're doing. All right, number 2, emotional flooding. This was one of the first things I learned in counseling, and it was huge. Recognize when you are emotionally flooding and take a time out for 20 minutes. Number 3, get to know your top emotional needs, and even better yet, get to know your spouse's top emotional needs. These are in addition to the 5 love languages, and they're a much longer list, and I'll be sure to put a link in the description below. Number 4, the weekly check-in. This was a game changer for us. And in our weekly check-in, we talk about 3 things: our schedule, our hopes and dreams, and frustrations and celebrations. It's important to talk about what's frustrated you, but it's just as important to talk about and celebrate what's going right in your marriage. Number 5, dangerous reactions. You're like, dangerous reaction, what is that? These are the 4 types of behaviors you have in an argument that can be a leading predictor of whether you get divorced or not. Number 1, being defensive. Number 2, showing contempt. Number 3, being critical. And number 4, shutting down, or what is called stonewalling. Yes, these are dangerous reactions, and be sure to be self-aware of these behaviors. Number 6, pray together. And for couples that pray, it seems so obvious that we should do it, but even Russ and I struggle to make it a daily habit. If 1 out of 2 couples divorce, only 1 out of 10,000 couples divorced who pray together out loud. Those are some pretty good odds. Number 7, money. Woo, fun topic. We strongly believe in having a joint account versus a separate account. You got married and chose to become one. You should become one in all arenas of your life. Now, yes, money can be very conflicting on how you manage it, whether you're a spender or a saver, but blending your money and having a joint account, you will learn to manage those conversations and work through those obstacles and become stronger as a couple for it. Another great exercise Russ and I have done with our expenses is we tag them together on a daily basis. And for those of you who are like, eye rolls, I'm not tagging my expenses every day. It literally takes us less than 2 minutes because we do it every day. It's amazing. I never want to go back to taking care of them weekly or monthly. It takes way too long. Tag your expenses daily, takes you less than 2 minutes. Knowing where your money is will resolve a lot of conflict for you. Number 8, and this one can be hard for some of us ladies, but turn within. Turn within to your marriage when you're having problems. We have a tendency to go to our families, to go to our friends. Like Andy Stanley says, guys, we're not sure where they go. Maybe they look in the mirror, but turn within. Because if you went to your friends and described a conflict and then you've resolved it within your marriage, you're not going to take that same amount of energy and time to bring your friends up to speed. So now all of a sudden they see that you've resolved it and can't catch up with you. It's very dangerous to take your frustrations outside of your marriage. If you can't resolve them within, go to a third party like a counselor or a marriage mentor. Number 9, soften startup. Preface your conversation with, I have something difficult I need to tell you, and I really would appreciate you being calm with me while I discuss this with you. I need your undivided attention. I need your support. I need your love. I need your care. Use a soften startup before you have to share something hard. Number 10, I versus you statements. You've heard me talk about this one a lot. If you're frustrated and the kitchen's not cleaned up, we have a tendency to go, you need to clean up the kitchen. And then our spouse is like, sure. No, they're not. Asking them with an I statement is, hey, I'm really tired. Could you help me clean up the kitchen? Or I'm exhausted. I've cleaned up the kitchen the past 4 nights. It would really mean a lot to me if you could do the kitchen today. That is going to be received 10 times better. It even sounds better than the you need to, you always, you should. Number 11, submission competition. Now, I cannot take credit for this one. Our pastor, Andy Stanley, came up with this and was influenced by Jesus's desire for mutual submission. Back in those times, there was no mutual submission for women. It was the woman submitted to the man. Well, Jesus came along and changed all of that. And Jesus said to have mutual submission. So put your spouse's needs ahead of yours and create a submission competition. No, you first. No, you first. No, you first. Okay, number 12, boundaries with the opposite sex. Now, this one is not a popular one. It's something that we wish our spouse would do, but we don't think we need to do it. The boundaries that Russ and I have put up in our marriage with the opposite sex is we won't go to lunch with just a member of the opposite sex. We'll go as a group, but not alone with a member of the opposite sex. We won't drive in a car with a member of the opposite sex. And we are careful on social media about how we connect. Russ and I have chosen to not stand on the very edge of the boundary, but to step back. We highly recommend, if you're going to put boundaries in place, don't have them just on the edge. Keep them way back there. It's not between right and wrong, it's the wise thing to do. Number 13, counseling. And if you've heard any of my videos, you know we are big, huge fans of counseling because we've gone to counseling almost once a month for the life of our marriage because we believe in having a mediator. We need a mediator, don't you, sometimes? We want to have a coach in the middle of our marriage. We want somebody to speak wisdom into such emotional issues that there's no way we can be objective about them. And for you men that are like, I'm not doing the whole counseling thing, tell me, what sport does not have a coach? And why is it okay for sports to have coaches, but not the most important relationship in our life? So again, I'm a huge, huge proponent of counseling. Number 14, be sure to take time out to have fun. Have your date nights, have your vacations. Even taking vacations on your own without the kids, it's important for you to reconnect. Now, for those of you who are like, hey, I am busy, I've got little ones, there's no date night in sight for us. I hear you, and I think the Gottmans have put together a great app, and it's a Gottman card deck app, and it gives you all these different types of questions that can help break up the routine of the typical questions and the typical conversations that we find ourselves in, especially when you have little ones and there's so many logistics to keep up with. Use the Gottman card deck app to change it up in the evening after the kids are in bed and ask each other these different questions. And there are even some really spicy questions in there that you might enjoy. And last but not least, number 15, you're going to know this one as soon as you hear that this one was coming. Be intentional. Yes, we're called intentional marriages for a reason because we believe to have an extraordinary marriage, you need to be intentional. All right, so those are our best 15 tips after 15 years of marriage. And if there was one that you're like, I need to know more about this, comment below, let us know that topic, and we'll make a video just for you. And for you ladies, if you want to dive deeper into all of these topics, we have a program that's starting June 4th. Book a call and see if this program is right for you. And if you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and take a screenshot. Share this with your friends so that we can push this video out and share it with more and more newlyweds. Out of all those 15 topics, I'm going to guess that newlyweds are going to ask about the money one the most. And we've already made a video on that one. You can check it out down here. And remember, if you want an extraordinary marriage, be intentional. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.